there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Platinum Achievements Podcast. As always, I am Ray. Today is August 23rd, 2026. It's been a long couple weeks. Sammy has developed an ear infection. I think it started over last weekend, which is why I didn't really have the time to put out an episode. We took him to the doctors, got him looked at. Wasn't too bad, but, it's an ear infection. So, let me think. Where are we at? Sorry, I'm a little congested right now. Mountain Dews probably aren't helping. Let's go through the rigmarole. How many shopping days left till Christmas? Shopping. Google, come on. Why does it do this all the time? No, I don't want to set up a selfie. No, what the? Get out of here. Stop trying to take all my data. Ridiculous. Should have been prepared for this, but I forgot to have this one going. Let's see. Of course you are. My mother-in-law. We tell her, we're like, don't show him YouTube. So, or be on top of it. And she's like, oh, we're watching Lightning McQueen toy review or something. Like, oh my god, fuck. God. 123 shopping days left till Christmas. So there's that. I've been a busy little boy these past couple weeks. Nothing on PlayStation played. Outside of, Sammy playing a few things like Astrobot. And he's been jumping around. He's been doing Astrobot. A game called Lovish he kind of is sort of into. It's not really a game for kids. Not that it's bad, but it's like a old school NES style platformer where I think I've talked about it here before, but it is a knight forms a party. I think this is how it goes. A knight forms a party to go rescue a princess. And then at some point he realizes the princess might fall in love with someone in the party, so he abandons the party and goes it solo. It's an interesting game. It's pretty cool. But yeah, he's been jumping around between that and Astrobot and Cars 3 Drive to Win. And what's the other game? I played it on here forever ago. I'm scrolling. Here it is. Concept Destruction. It's an interesting game. It seems to be riling him up a little bit, so I think I'm cutting that one from him. Basically, like in the garage, cardboard cutout, like with X-Acto knives, they built the cars and settings, and it's just like a destruction derby game. So I'm cutting that one from him for sure. Foxy, what? Oh, Foxy inside. There's a dog barking. I thought it was her, but it's not. So yeah, PlayStation haven't really done much, and actually starting tonight, I'll just use this as a segue into the first news story. This comes from Sammy Barker at Push Square. Yeah, Push Square. Irate physical game fans prepare for their big PS5 blackout. I've mentioned it before. The Does It Play was calling to action a 1 week blackout on PlayStation products, or even going on PlayStation itself. August 23rd tonight at 7 p.m., I believe. Yeah, 7 p.m. until a week from now, so the 30th at 7 p.m. I will not be able to fully partake in this, and nor was I really planning on it to this extent. The no purchasing, I'm still zero purchases since they announced the whole no discs thing. Not 100% like as a moral standing, but just I haven't really had the urge to buy anything. I haven't had PlayStation credit and trying not to spend money where I can. And I think I renewed my PS Plus like literally right before they announced the no more discs. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of stuff on the Xbox, and I have a lot of stuff on PlayStation already to play. So like I said, the no logins can't happen because Sammy likes to play games on PlayStation. The no playing, there's a possibility I won't be playing PlayStation at all this week again. The past week or so, I haven't really been going for trophies, but I've been working on getting some of the Astrobot robots that Sammy deleted. So then I've been re-getting them. So I've been chipping away, just, replaying Astrobot with him here and there. And the no purchasing, I just don't plan on, purchasing anything digitally from Sony or honestly physically. There's not a lot out right now. So, yeah. That's where that stands. Let's see. And then more from the article. Angry physical game fans are preparing to unplug their PS5s this week as the widely reported blackout is set to get underway. Excuse me. Protesters frustrated Sony's decision to stop manufacturing discs in 2028 have been encouraged to turn off their consoles and not play from the 23rd of August through the 30th. The idea is to reduce Sony's daily active users, one of the platform holder's most important performance metrics. Obviously, this also means no spending within the ecosystem as well. That's the part I can easily get behind. The rest of it's really like case by case. I understand they really like people playing on the platform. It's a big metric for them. I feel like money is more important, though. I'm trying to see if there's any other context here. Oh, so this week, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2, Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy, and Star Wars Zero Company are set to launch during this week. Also, it's the Modern Warfare 4 beta. So there are a few things in here that people would have to really be willing to make a stand on. Like, the Star Wars game looks pretty good. I'm not a big RTS. Is it RTS? I think it's a real-time strategy. No, it's not real-time. Turn-based strategy? I don't even know what kind of game it is. Let me see. It's like XCOM or Gears Tactics. I do want to try Gears Tactics at some point just because I love Gears of War. I think I have it purchased. But yeah, that Metal Gear Solid Master Collection is going to be tough because I believe it contains Metal Gear Solid 4, which is Metal Gear Solid 4 for the first time since the PS3. So that's going to be a tough one not to indulge in from the PlayStation players. It is... Does it say what games are in the collection? Let me see. Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriot, and Peace Walker. Okay. I don't know. I don't own the first collection. I think I own on Xbox. They had one. Let me look it up. They had a Metal Gear Solid one. Let me look up True Achievements. I know I bought one. I've never really played a Metal Gear Solid game, but I know there's a Metal Gear collection. I think it's like HD Metal Gear. I think it was like Metal Gear HD collection. Not Delta. Was this one it? Just show me what the box looks like. Let's see. I purchased. Maybe I purchased a couple of them. I feel like I definitely have Peace Walker HD on the 360. And I might have Solid HD Editions 2 and 3. I might have those also. Yeah, I might have those. So that's your update as far as that PlayStation side of things with the protest or the boycott or whatever. I'm kind of like half and half out on it. I'm definitely not buying anything. For me, that feels like the biggest. Foxy, no, that was me. Foxy, that was me. Fox. Relax, no one's here, Foxy. Gosh, this doggy, she's so ornery. Fox, relax. She got a couple more warts we're hoping on her, and then it's not cancer. They're small. It's not like the big mass that she had before. So she has an appointment Thursday to get looked at, but I'm hoping they're nothing too crazy. Like I said, nothing compared to that like massive cancer she had on her leg. That thing was huge. These honestly could just be warts or benign, or it's kind of where I'm leaning, hopefully, in my super extensive veterinary knowledge. So, let me double check. Sorry, I was just texting my mother-in-law. She's watching Sammy right now. I had him all day yesterday, like a parent. Amanda was out doing things. Let's see. Why does I feel like my console and my app are showing two different gamer scores? Or maybe I was just blind this morning. I don't know. I'm currently sitting at, on the Xbox side of things, 769,290 gamer score. Let's see, what is that being driven by? I don't know if I talked about this last time. I started Life is Strange Reunion. I'm at the part where Max and Chloe finally reunited. I haven't picked it up since. I don't really know why. I just kind of bounced off there. I think it might have been Sammy having a couple hard nights of sleep, so I just haven't gone back. But the plan is to go back today, actually, and keep working on that. Like I said, Sammy's gone for a little bit. I have a few hours left. I have to do some dishes, take a poop, reset up Sammy's nugget. For those of you that don't know, the nuggets, these really cool like foam pads you can kind of reorganize. But he spilled milk on one of them, so we had to clean them. So I got to reset those up. But other than that, yeah, I got to do that. I got to obviously record this and then edit it, get it up for you guys today. Really interesting seeing the numbers from last week, and I'm hoping it's not just from that garbage new YouTube policy that the numbers kind of went up. But thanks for listening. Sammy wanted to play Plucky Squire a little bit. We really didn't make any progress. We solved a puzzle. Toy Story 3, the 360 game, they gave it away with Games of Gold a while ago. It's a good game. It's a good platformer. It's interesting trying to figure out and navigate those kinds of old kids games with like adult gamer brain where you skip half the tutorials and have to really fight yourself to figure out what's going on. But I think I did. I built up the toy box a little. I completed the entry to Zurg's Space Fortress without dying, which was cool. It's interesting that level's in the game, even though it was in like the movie. So that game I think is getting delisted because they're doing a remaster, which could be good. I won't get the remaster obviously till I get the Toy Story 3 original done. What else? The other thing that's really been taking up my gaming time when I've had it is I've been actually chipping away at Gears of War 3. It's a marathon, you know? But I did get I might have gotten 2 Onyx medals. I definitely got the Onyx medal for repairing repairing fortifications. The trick to that one is to just constantly, same way you get the unlimited ammo buff, which I'm working on, which is to have your co-op partner, which I don't have a co-op partner, so it's the second controller, which is another kind of quote-unquote barrier to me actually doing anything in that game. A couple of them where I need like a split screen. I hate split screen. I hate split screen so much. I'll like it at some point, but I don't like it right now. But yeah, I've been going for the engineer medals, and that's the same way you can just really quickly just get, I think it's like 1,000 repairs, which is not that bad. So I'm working on getting that infinite ammo one, so that way I can use that in potentially solo horde insane, and then also just horde in general, because I don't like having to waste my credits that I get on ammo boxes. But let me tell you, Gears 3 is such a solid game. It's so good. It's such a great game. It makes me so excited for E-Day. There is a part of me, and I think they added it in Gears 5, where I really like original Horde, where there's no points. It's literally just you and your teammates running around a map, killing the opponents, no fortifications. And you can play it like that, and I think there was like an achievement to do it like that in one of the games. I think one of the later ones. But I believe there's actually a playlist in 5 that lets you do that. or just disables it all, which is cool. So I love Gears of War. I love Gears of War. I'll say it a third time. I love Gears of War. But my main progress has been a game called Please Fix the Road. I decided to buckle down and finish that. It took like a couple hours. It's a fun puzzle game. The mechanics are cool where you're replacing or moving on a board different tiles in order to get vehicles and animals and things from their starting point to their destinations. It's a good puzzle game. It does overstay its welcome. There's like 160 levels. Some of them get a little complicated. I really feel like if it was like Donut County, where there's a fun, quirky story to go along with it, or even there was a game on PlayStation I played. I forget what it was. Let me boot up the app again. I played it recently. Sammy's also been playing Apescape 2, which is a little weird. Where is it? Oh, Harmony's Odyssey has a little quirky story to it. It's a puzzle game. I like the Harmony's Odyssey a little bit more. It's a more simplistic puzzle. I'm too dumb. I'm too old and too dumb at 34. So, Please Fix Road. It looks great. I like the art style. The gameplay's fun. It's too long without anything beside the puzzles. So, not a hard completion at all, especially if you follow one of the guys that are out there. So, what else have I been up to other than playing those games? I've been catching up on some Blu-rays. I think I watched BoJack Unbound and Android 13 DBZ movies. I picked those up. I watched. Let me see. Actually, I have a list. I've been watching Flash season 7. Thankfully, it's only 18 episodes. But it's like a comfort food show, like a lot of those CW shows become. And yeah, I forget what happens at the end of the last season. I kind of remembered it, but it's like the Mirror Queen arc in the beginning. They've started breaking up their seasons into like different story arcs, which is cool. That Ralph Dibny guy's gone. I think the actor was kind of like a garbage person. I forget why he left. I'll look it up right now. Why did Ralph Dibny leave Flash? Let's see. The Elongated Man was fired following surfaces of old offensive social media posts containing racist, misogynist, and homophobic language. Ooh, no bueno, no bueno. Some of those things can sort of fly. I don't know what they actually were, but yeah, him being written off was a little weird. They used like a body double, and he's in a mask because his body's falling apart because he got caught in an explosion, and then he's just gone. I don't know. And then, so I've been watching The Flash. I'm enjoying it. I think I just finished episode 6. So while I edit this, I'll probably watch another episode or two. I've been watching mostly at work, although sometimes while Sammy's like hanging out and I want to watch. I've been really trying not to doom scroll, so I've been supplementing that with Gears 3 and like when I don't want to play a game or I'm not really into a game and I feel like doom scrolling, I just throw on Gears 3 and I throw on a podcast or something to listen to, and that seems to do the trick. But as far as watching something, Batman the Animated Series is good. I understand the hype. I've never seen it fully, but I've been watching that while either at work or at home with Sam while he's just doing something else. So I'm enjoying it. I like the Batman thumbs up in the Joker episode. That was funny. Nice to know where the meme comes from. And what else? What else have I been up to? I read and finished 1984. I don't know if I've ever done that when I was a child, when you're reading it in school. Great book. Timely. I crack open a cold one of Mountain Dew. Really trying to get another kidney stone, in case you couldn't tell. And I finished 1984 yesterday. Like I said, very good book. I think I woke up earlier than Sammy, and then I just sat downstairs for an hour reading. It was great. And then I decided to pick up and finally actually read Fight Club. Very easy read. I'm almost like a third of the way through the book. I think it was assigned to us in college, and I bought the book, and then I never read the book, but I did so well in that section of the class because I'd seen the movie so many times. My buddy Thad was very upset that I got a higher participation grade than him for the semester, but that was almost solely because of Fight Club. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll have Fight Club done this week. It's a very quick read. It's only like 200 pages, not a lot on the pages. Written very engagingly. I think the problem with it in 1984 was some of the sections, especially when Winston's reading the Goldstein's book, and he's actually reading a chapter, and you're reading a chapter within a chapter, and it's like explaining the sort of history and how the world works and the societal structure of Oceania, East Asia, Eurasia. Super dry, those parts. But I didn't realize the structure of 1984 was like Winston coming. I think the first section is Winston coming to terms with the fact that he wants to rebel, and I think he meets Julia. And then the second section is him rebelling, and then eventually getting, well, it's an old book, eventually getting captured. And then the third chapter is kind of his re-education into the society, which I thought was interesting. It's not how I remember the books. I thought he got killed at the end, but I guess not. Spoilers. For an old-ass book and an old-ass movie. Oh, the other thing that's going on literally right now is I'm installing Modern Warfare 2. I'm kind of craving another military shooter. And I'm trying to do the Modern Warfares before Modern Warfare 4 drops. I'm debating on picking it up day one. I'm not too sure. It's been a hot minute since I've jumped on a Call of Duty day one. I think my last one was World War II, and I did really enjoy that one. So I may try for it, but man, Modern Warfare 3 is like so hard to find physically, even though it's not physically, but it's just so much cheaper physically. I'm gonna do a little research, see if I can Modern Warfare 3 disc Xbox. I could find it in a few spots. But yeah, I know it's not technically physically because it's literally just install codes and a authentication key pretty much. But GameStop has it cheap for $30. Cheap, quote unquote. 30 would probably be my limit, what I'd be willing to spend on it. If I could find it for like sub 10, that'd be incredible. But that don't work like that. So more research on that to come for sure. I know those Modern Warfares aren't insanely difficult to complete. So what now? Oh, but yeah, I had to clear out so much space on my hard drive because I've got Gears 4, Gears 5, Alan Wake, Halo Infinite. I think those are my really big games. I'm also trying to chip away games so I can make more storage space, but yeah, now Modern Warfare on there is like 133, so that's like prime target to wipe out. Because then I can install more games. And the cycle continues. Let's talk some gaming news, achievement related, PlayStation trophy, Xbox, all related news. Some of this is going to be very old by this point. But this is just stuff that caught my interest. This would have been from this week. I will link all the articles that I'm referencing down below, so you can take a look at those at your leisure for more context. First article come from Sean Carey at True Achievements. True Achievements and Push Square are pretty much my main sources for gaming news for this podcast at this point. Halo Campaign Evolved patch kills the LASO achievement glitch, but it still may work in co-op. Halo Studios has rolled out a new Campaign Evolved update fixing a glitch that allows solo players to easily unlock the game's hardest Xbox achievements, and I would assume PlayStation trophies. The update was pushed on August 17th. Players could earn the tough legendary all skulls on LASO. Mythic achievement, complete the campaign with LASO enabled, which, like it says, legendary all skulls on, so it's stupid difficult. By using a glitch that allowed them to use Campaign Evolved's new difficulty modifiers to breeze through LASO campaign, It was also discovered that the Mix Master achievement, complete the entire remix campaign without dying, could also be unlocked while using the difficulty modifiers. With the patch, Halo Studios has now made it so achievement progress will no longer be ordered incorrectly when using restricted skulls or difficulty modifiers, killing the glitch. That kind of blows. I was debating on picking up Halo Campaign Evolved just to knock that out because I know how tough it is. But I guess not. So if you were planning to cheat your way through the achievement, tough noogies, and if you got it ahead of time, fair play. Like you used what was available in the game. Like no shame there. I'd have done it. If there was something like that for Mein Leben on Wolfenstein, I would do it too. Although Mein Leben, that's such like a pie in the sky achievement to get / trophy. Speaking of cheaters, I didn't realize I timed this out so well. I lined this up so right in my my queue of tabs. Call of Duty. This is also true achievements. Tom West. Call of Duty issues 70,000 hardware bans against cheaters in latest updates. 70,000 cheaters have received hardware bans in Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Warzone thanks to an update to the Ricochet, if you're a fan of Mucha Lucha, anti-cheat system. A cheater purge is always wonderful news to kick off the week, especially if you're currently working through the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 achievements or battling it out in Warzone. This latest ban wave comes from a new update to the Ricochet anti-cheat system, which has blocked systems linked to cheating, essentially meaning cheaters' computers can't access Call of Duty no matter how many times they attempt to create new accounts. That's awesome! Kick these cheaters to the curb! Let me see, does it say anything about consoles? Over the past week, if you cheat, returning Call of Duty just becomes significantly harder. 70,000 players, that's a chunk. The new hardware ban means cheaters can't use loopholes like creating new accounts to get back into action, as their entire system has been banned with the game. Oh. On top of that, Activision says it's far from done and it'll share weekly updates about the Ricochet system all the way through Season 1 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 later this year. Cool. Ban the cheaters. I couldn't care less. I don't understand why you're cheating in a game. Like cheat and mod in your single player experience. Don't like fuck with people playing online like an a-hole. The only cheating I will accept, and this will tie into the next story, is when you're playing the Gears of War 1 and I believe and/or 2, where you jump out of the map. But even then, do it in private matches. Sorry, hit the mic. So there's so much fun to be had with like Gears and Halo. I mean, those are my main games that I referenced with this, but like just trying to find ways to get out of the map and see things you're not really supposed to. I remember Halo 3 climbing up the mountains. I believe it was Halo 3. Like launching yourself over the boundary of the map, being able to climb up mountains. I think it was 3 because I think now there's a skull or a doll in one of... Maybe that was 2. You know what? No, maybe it was Halo 2 that you could climb out of the geometry. But I'm sure 3 had it too. And I think that's one of the benefits of using like some of those old game discs, like a Halo 2 or Halo 3 or a Gears 1. Is that they can update the game, but if you delete the update and you just play offline, or you just refuse to update where you can still play the game, you can still do that stuff, and it's pretty cool. I remember hopping out of the subway map, out of, I believe it was Mausoleum in Gears. A lot of cool stuff. Campaign-wise, I don't know really too much, but that would honestly be very fun to go back and like try and bug out of some of the maps like that. I love video games. Not so much where they currently are, but, you know, I just love video games. God, I'm like the king of transitions, and not in that way, but our next story is Gears of War E-Day multiplayer beta. Saw a big turnout despite limited access. This was August 10th, so this is an old story. So some of the stuff's outdated, but it's just showing that there's clearly an interest in Gears E-Day, which is exciting. We're a few months away from Gears on Xbox and PC exclusive launch, sorry, I'm jumbling the words. A few months away from the launch of E-Day to get fans pumped up. It was for what was sure to be one of the biggest Xbox games of the year. Coalition offered up two open beta weekends. I think I missed both of them. I'm a fake fan. I was busy reading the books like a real fan. Let's see if it says anything. The first beta kicked off. The main beta won't kick off until the weekend. All Xbox players will be able to check out the game for free starting August 13th. Like I said, it's already passed. However, this past weekend, which early access multiplayer beta go live on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers, PC Game Pass subscribers, and then we pre-order the game. Despite the more limited pool of players, the early access weekend proved to be a massively popular success, pulling in enough active Xbox players to rank Gears E-Day at number 7 on this week's Xbox Top 40. I don't know if that number is really being skewed at all because I don't know what the top 40 is and what those numbers contain. But is the top 40 like just a list? All right, so let's see. Warhammer Space Marine 2 is 40. Microsoft Solitaire Collection 39. PUBG Gears 5 at 35 and 34 respectively. Red Dead 2 at 33. Arc Raiders 32. Halo Infinite 29. Black Flag Resynced. Looking at my R and the L there. Almost said a naughty word. So yeah, that Assassin's Creed is 23. Halo MCC 20. Overwatch 18. Am I falling? I don't know if I'm in like a stroke, but I feel like my chair's falling. Gears of War E-Day Beta was number 7. Okay. Right above Power World. And GTA 5. Okay. Forza 6 was above that. Call of Duty in general. Roblox, the pedophile machine. Halo Campaign Evolved. Minecraft and Fortnite. Round out the top. So. Cool. A lot of clearly some interest for Gears E-Day. Looks great. I can't wait. I'm probably sticking with the I don't know what I'm shouting. I'm probably sticking with the standard edition. I wouldn't mind the upgraded one if there was like a steel book. Well, no, I mean the ultimate, is that what it's called? There's the big collector's edition, which I really can't justify, but I made like a list in my phone that was like, if I complete 50 pieces of content, like books, movies, games, I could watch. Or I could maybe get it, but I'm keeping the list going, but as I go, I'm like, I could use that money elsewhere. Like, save it. We're trying to save for a house now. And Amanda's car is about to be paid off, so we're going to have our excess cash flowing in. So, trying to really, tighten the belt, as it were. I'm even debating meal prepping. That's how serious I am. I'm debating it. But yeah, Gears of War E-Day's coming. Can't wait. I'm honestly hoping to have maybe one more Gears book read by then. I have the Slab upstairs and I have Coalition's End. So probably Coalition's End. Maybe. I don't know. I'll pick one. I'll see which one's going to be easier to read. But after Fight Club, I might dive into maybe a comic book. I got a couple comic books left to read. Maybe Kingdom Come, or I think I've already read it, but I'm making sure, like Superman Unchained or Unbound. I've got Kingdom Come. I think I've got an omnibus for one of the, I think like Dark Crisis is omnibus I've got. And then I think I've got like Superman for All Seasons, maybe. Something like that. I got a couple Superman books up there. Oh, so this will lead into this new story from Push Square, but I went out to GameStop the other day and then it started downpouring, like torrential. So I got stuck there a little bit. But I pre-ordered Gears E-Day standard. And then I pre-ordered Control Resonant for the Xbox. And the bummer is GameStop at the time was not taking pre-orders on the Steelbook edition for Control Resonant on Xbox, but they were on PlayStation. Odd. So hopefully they change course, because there is a Steelbook for Xbox. For sure. But Push Square's Liam Croft. I don't think I mentioned who the last Push Square story was. I apologize, but I'm not looking back now. I'll do better next time. Physical disc fans must wait to play Control Resonant on PS5, and I'm assuming Xbox. Boxed releases. Oh my god, my leg's itchy. That's not a good sign. Boxed release delayed to October 15th. Which, if you know me at all, as long as the game's not canceled, I'm fine with a slight delay. So, the story reads, anyone who wants to play Control Resonant on physical, PS5, and Xbox disc will have to wait a couple of weeks after the game's main launch, as boxed copies have been delayed into mid-October 2026. Digital version on PS Store remains locked to the 24th September, and Remedy today revealed the follow-up has gone gold, meaning work on the 1.0 version of the game is complete. However, physical copies have been pushed back to the 15th of October. Developer didn't give a reason for the delay outside of saying it needs more time to deliver the physical version to you, but rest assured, nothing stays contained forever, unquote. This now sets up a 3-week gap between digital version coming out and the physical edition hitting shelves. If I had to guess, it's one of two things, or both. Sort of like the GTA route, they don't want their game being spoiled, so they're not releasing physical discs at that time, which I'm fine with. It gives me another couple weeks to actually, complete Alan Wake 2. There's a picture of Firebreak in this article. Man, I really enjoyed Firebreak. I know it wasn't great, but I played it for free. I'm debating on picking it up at some point, even though it's completed, but anything in the Control universe, I just thoroughly enjoy. The Alan Wake universe, too. But yeah, I think it's a mix of them not wanting to have the game spoiled early, and, games just disappear from manufacturing lines. But also, I could see it being, maybe they just missed their window to get the games into printing. That seems more likely. From the quote where they say they need more time to deliver the physical version to you, it just seems like if we're taking it at face value, they just need more time, which is probably they probably just missed their window. So, whatever. And now we're gonna get into the segment of the show. Let's see what time we're at. Probably, I've been doing this a little bit. 38 minutes. Fuck. I've been talking a hot minute here. We're going to get into this segment of the show where I talk about upcoming games I'm really excited for. Asterisk. Some of these games haven't officially been announced, but there's games on the horizon. So let's start with, on True Achievements from Sean Lawson, Road 96 sequel teased by developer DigixArt. A follow-up to Road 96 is on the way as developer has seemingly teased a sequel to the 2022 hit adventure game. I thoroughly enjoyed Road 96. I was pleasantly surprised. The case, I believe, was literally just like a sign on like a road that said Road 96. I want to get it physically. Let me do a little gander, see where I can get Road 96 physically. I'm sure it's somewhere. But the game was a very cool story about sort of political intrigue, honestly, in the same vein-ish of like 1984. There's some ish parallels to, modern day 2022 at the time. But Road 96 disc. How much could I get it for? $19. That's not terrible. Is it on Xbox physically? It's a procedural road trip. Allow all cookies. There is an Xbox version. You can buy it. Xbox. Oh, hold on. Feels so good. Oh, they're not selling them physically anymore on the site, but I'm sure you could find it GameStop or something. But yeah, I really enjoy. There's some great music in the game. The prequel I haven't touched yet. I think it's Road 96 Mile Zero. Yeah, I see it. It was on Game Pass, which I think is where I played it, or maybe started it, or I purchased it. I know I picked it up on PlayStation, so I picked up the bundle, so I've got 4 Road 96 games waiting on PlayStation to play. Let's see, is there any other context? It's not a hard game to complete either. I really enjoy it. I think the hardest part is just understanding that any collectible guide you use is not going to be necessarily accurate order-wise. A lot of people played it. Sequel's coming soon. Road 96 Mile Zero, but that isn't a sequel. It plays as a prequel to the events of Road 96. This next game teases an actual sequel to Road 96 and tells us to get back on the road. It's an adventure game, the original Road 96, adventure game that puts you at the center of a group of teenagers trying to flee their authoritarian country. The story is told through a non-linear narrative in which you make a variety of choices that can shape how your journey unfolds. The game takes place in the summer of 1996 in a fictional country of Petria, where your goal is to reach the border of Road 96. It's, like I said, not exactly like an exact analogy of what's of current day like America. Best way I can like simplify it is teenagers taking a road trip to sneak across the Canadian border to escape, like, I'm not gonna make the easy joke, but to escape an authoritarian regime. Or I think there's like an election going on at the time, but the authoritarian regime is in power right now. It's interesting. And then like you play as multiple teens, and each teen makes it a certain distance, and then some of the choices you make affect the later story, which is cool. Like, I know there's an achievement where you have to go through this cave. Every child has to go through the cave, and you have to stack a certain amount of rocks from each child, and I think you have to stack like 5 or something, which is cool. But yeah, I'm excited for a sequel to Road 96. They're not long games, but I highly recommend. At least Road 96. I can't vouch for, Mile Zero, but someday I will be able to. I'm going to save the big hitter for last. So I'm going to go over these two. Let me just adjust the order. So for those of you that didn't see, Aspyr released Lord of the Rings War in the North, a remaster. And it's been doing pretty good. I think it's only $20, which is great. But like just a full-on shadow drop. I'm debating on picking it up at some point. I did recently buy the physical game just because I think I saw it somewhere and I was like, I want to have this in my collection. But I really enjoyed War in the North. Third Age was pretty good too. But there's, according to Sean Carey at True Achievements, more remasters of classic Lord of the Rings games are on the way, Aspyr confirms. Following the surprise launch of Lord of the Rings War in the North remaster, Aspyr has confirmed that more games from the franchise are getting re-releases. Let's see. There's nothing set in stone. A line tucked away in the press release for Lord of the Rings War in the North re-release teases that Porting Studio is working on more Lord of the Rings titles licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, and is the first Lord of the Rings title released by Aspyr. Fans look forward to even more classics releases by Aspyr from the beloved franchise in the future. Unquote. I really got to start with the quote part, but that is exciting. Obviously, everyone wants Two Towers and Return of the King. Those movie tie-in games, again, are like top-tier video games. They're fantastic hack-and-slash games. I loved the Two Towers and Return of the King. I like Two Towers more. I know everyone likes Return of the King more. I think Two Towers is a little bit better. I think the action, you're a little more up close. You play as Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn through the second movie. I know my favorite section to play was the Amonhen section, where you're buying Frodo time to escape across the river. Is it Amonhen? I think so. It's not Weathertop, so it's got to be Amonhen. But yes, very exciting. The issue there is it's an EA game, so I don't know how the licensing ties into it. But obviously, everyone wants those two. Everyone wants Lord of the Rings Conquest, that janky, beautiful mess of a pandemic game. It is literally Battlefront, but Lord of the Rings. I would even be really interested in the, who made it? Oh, the name is escaping me. The Hobbit game. Buzz. Oh, Sammy passed out. Oh, that buys me so much time. It's early in the day too. It's only 1:30. That's not a bad nap. He'll do like an hour or so there, and then Amanda's taking him to the park. So got plenty of time to chill out and do boy stuff. Doing boy stuff. Did I bring the flash down? I guess not. Where was I? Oh man, I lost track. The Hobbit. Oh, it was I think it was a Vivendi game. It's a very stylized, cartoony, not tied to like anything movie like. Let me look it up. I remember it being pretty cool. I also remember there being like a speedrun thing a few years ago. Oh my god, this fucking disaster looking game. I would love if they brought this back. Hobbit 2003 game. Oh, Sierra Entertainment. That's who I remember it being. Oh, it was the publisher. Developed by Inevitable Entertainment and others. Parentheses. Published by Sierra Entertainment. It's a 2003 game. I would love if they brought this just for the fun of it. Just something not Lord of the Rings. The French version is called Bilbo le Hobbit. Just not something tied directly to the movies, because those other three or the other four we mentioned are. I think War in the North. War in the North is. I believe Third Age also ties. That one's like the turn-based RPG. That was pretty cool. I believe that ties directly into the movies. But yeah, this Hobbit game was pretty fun. I would love if they brought this over just for fun. And realistically, I would love if they did the Lord of the Rings remaster collection and just put it all on a disc. Because I'm selfish like that. It's not enough that I have it. I need it physically. But yeah, it's exciting. More Lord of the Rings games are coming. Who knows what they'll be? Who knows what rights are tied up where? But God willing, we can get them all on our current gen systems and have a good time. Second to last story, also from True Achievements, Sean Lawson. New Kingdom Come Deliverance. And the reason I'm excited for this, Darksiders 4 to launch before April 2028. Where is it? Let me see where they actually talk about. In a recent interim report from Embracer Group, a short paragraph revealed that expected launch windows for both games, quote, in fiscal year 2027, 2028, we expect to release the next game in the Kingdom Come franchise from Warhorse Studios, Darksiders 4 from Gunfire Games, as well as externally published Tomb Raider Catalyst from Crystal Dynamics, along with Flying Wild Hog and Eidos Montreal. So there's not a lot to go over with the story. I'm just excited for another Darksiders. Have I finished Darksiders 2? No, I haven't. Starring the lead vocal talents of, I don't know his name, but he was the warden in Count of Monte Cristo, which is one of my favorite movies. So I think Mark Hamill's in that. No, Mark Hamill isn't in that one. Mark Hamill's in the first one. I played the first one like 3 or 4 times. I love the first one. Anything that like fucks with Judeo-Christian like mythology like that. Because I was raised Catholic, but then I got my money and I got out. Communion, confirmation, and whatnot. Anything that like messes with that. So I think that's why I love Supernatural so much. So it's coming. It's coming. Darksiders 4. I still have to do Darksiders 2 on 360, on Xbox One. They gave them away on PlayStation a while ago. I don't know if I'll do those again so quickly. I have Darksiders 3, and I have Darksiders Genesis, so that's 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 games to do before I do Darksiders 4. Maybe that'll be one of the games for next year. Maybe Genesis. Maybe I'll start Genesis this year. Who knows? I'm crazy. So that's coming. Very exciting. And the last news story before I send you all off on your way. The Simpsons hit and run comeback, seemingly confirmed by Matt Groening. Matt Groening has this is by Sean Carey on True Achievements. Matt Groening has let slip that the 2003, God, what a good year for games. We had The Hobbit and we had Hit and Run. Action adventure game, Simpsons Hit and Run is coming back in some form. Let's see. Let me see where he has the quote. During the Simpsons, was that D23? Shit. During a Simpsons panel at Disney's D23 convention, a fan asked whether a sequel to The Simpsons Hit and Run. Dude, someone out here doing the Lord's work at the convention. I'm curious because they have to vet those questions. I'm curious if either this fan pulled a fucking fast one and slipped that one in instead of the real question, or if they were cool with it, because they have to be vetted. So maybe Disney's like not slipping, but like teasing us too. Sequel to Simpsons Hit and Run. A fan asked whether the sequel to The Simpsons Hit and Run could be on the way, given that a second Simpsons movie has been announced. Showrunner Matt Selman, who co-wrote both Hit and Run and The Simpsons Road Rage, replied, "That would certainly be a treat." Quote unquote. There's a new Simpsons movie coming. The first movie, underrated, I would say. It's enjoyable. I think I showed Sammy because it's not like an incredibly like vulgar movie at all. It's a pretty chill Simpsons movie. The jokes are there for adults, and the cartoons are there for the babies. Groening then adds, quote, "I may be speaking out of turn. I'm like 90% sure you are, but it's not Marvel, so maybe they don't care as much. But I think the original game is coming back in some form," unquote, before someone replies, "or not," suggesting Groening may reveal something he shouldn't have. It was developed by Radical Entertainment. Simpsons Hit and Run launched back in 2003 for Xbox, PS2, Nintendo, GameCube, and PC. I found at a GameStop, I think I remember finding a copy of Simpsons Hit and Run, and I didn't buy it. It's out in Royersford. Don't go there, though, because I'm going to go back and try to find it. But I may try to buy it just to have it. I think I played this on the GameCube back in the day. But for those of you that have not played this absolute 10 out of 10 banger gem of a game, it's literally GTA, but you play as Homer, Bart, Lisa, Marge, and Apu. Like, it's just a Simpsons GTA game. I want to try at some point, they have a mod on the interwebs, and they basically reskin the game, but it's Futurama. Another Matt Groening gem. So, further in the article, it's widely considered the best Simpsons game. It's not even close. And to see it rescued from 6th generation consoles, where it's currently stuck, would be a real treat. Oh my god, my dreams are coming true. Now if we could get Sam to fucking chill the fuck out and stop hitting us, that'd be... All my prayers will have been answered. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's happening. Hopefully. Ideally. Look, I don't say this often, but this is what Hilary Duff was talking about when she said, "This is what dreams are made of." And I think that's where I'll end this week's episode. It's a jumbo one. There was a lot of news I wanted to cover, a lot of fun talking points, a lot of catching up. What are we at? Shit, almost an hour. So, with that, if you haven't, I didn't ask in the beginning. That's on me. I'm not good with call to actions. If you could, go down, subscribe, give the video a like, share with a game-loving friend. Let me know down in the comments if you're excited for any of the remakes, remaster sequels that I brought up, if you love Simpsons Hit and Run, or what is one of your games that you would love to see get a remaster and be on current-gen platforms. Because let me tell you, the other one I have two. One is Simpsons Hit and Run. The other is Rocket Robot on Wheels. I need it. I need it in my veins, Insomniac. I'm pretty sure you're the ones that own it. Which means PlayStation owns it, which means it's not going to be physically released, which is bullshit. Like, fuck you, PlayStation. I want a red PlayStation case with Rocket Robot on Wheels, like I have a red N64 game of Rocket Robot on Wheels. But that's all I got for you guys for this week. Thanks for listening. Thanks for engaging. And keep on hunting, boys and girls. Bye-bye.